How about that? Good morning, everybody. Stand on up and join us. Let's raise the vibration up in here, shall we? Welcome to a place where the joy can't be described. Welcome to a place where the love can't be denied. Stand up on your feet, sway to the rhythm of a positive beat. Here in the high vibration zone, enter at your own risk. The high vibration zone, where the celebration it just goes on and on. Buckle up, hold on tight, enjoy the ride, or maybe the flight. Here in the high vibration zone. Welcome to a place where the joint is really jumping. Welcome to a place where you feel the spirit pumping. There is no cover fee. The rides and the thrills and the chills are free. Here in the high vibration zone. Enter at your own risk. The high vibration zone, where the celebration just goes on and on. Buckle up, hold on tight, enjoy the ride, or maybe the flight. Here in the high vibration zone. Here in the high vibration zone. Here in the high vibration zone. That was pretty good. That was about a 7.5, which is all right because we started at 4. So you did your job. You raised the vibration just a tad. We're so happy about that. Happy 4th of July week. For us New Thought people, we don't really go out and buy sparklers. We just pour a little Louisiana hot sauce on our incense. I'm so glad y'all laughed because I worked on that all week long. It's so good to see you all here today. Reverend D and Dr. J are on vacation, a much-deserved vacation, so they're in rest and relaxation. We are so pleased to have Reverend Deborah Bishop with us today, who's going to hold down the fort. It's going to be a fantastic service, so we are so glad you're here. We know that you are here by divine appointment, as are we. So I've got a few quick announcements for you. First, there's a new current wish list out in the lobby for the Dodson Chapel Food Pantry. It's right above the Second Harvest food box. So those of you, let's not forget, let's make sure they stay on our radar a little bit. We haven't talked about them in a while, from up here at least, but be sure and look at that new current wish list for Dodson Chapel and fill it as you feel called or led to do so. This week, of course, 4th of July is on Thursday, so there will be no kids' summer fun this week, but it will be back in action on July 11th. July 11th will be Kids Karaoke Cafe. Where is Becky Duffield? She should be here because she'd want to be there for that karaoke cafe. She's emceeing? She's emceeing the karaoke cafe, so she will be there, okay? All right, so come on out and join the kids. That runs through the end of July, I believe. Is that right? All right, awesome. And then coming up Friday, July 12th, we want to get this on your radar, even though it's not this Friday, it's the next Friday. It's our Reiki clinic, the Nashville Chooses Peace Reiki Clinic, 7 p.m. Healing practitioners are available on a first-come, first-served basis. That's Friday night, 7 p.m., July 12th. I believe we're the only ones in town doing something like this, maybe the only ones in the entire universe. It's possible. I haven't checked. But we're going to go with that until we get called on it. How about that? Hey, let's stand up and sing again. You want to? I'm going to lay down my burdens down by the riverside, down by the riverside, down by the riverside. I'm going to lay down
riverside, down by the riverside, down by the riverside. I'm gonna lay down my sword and shield, down by the riverside. I'm gonna study war no more. I ain't gonna study war no more. 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 Ain't gonna study war no
That took everything out of me there, Ryan.
Both of them together.
I know, right? I think I pulled a chakra on that. All right, so. All right, we're 2 for 2 this week. Thank you very much. Yeah, it was a worthy week. It was a worthy week. Just a couple more quick announcements. First off, you know, we've been doing our summer fundraiser this summer. The leaves out on the trees. We've been talking about that for a few weeks now. 100 from 100 is what we're looking for. You know, let me just tell you something. As someone who used to sit on the board of this church, that the board is that group of people who gets together and has to kind of sweat over this stuff. I can't even talk about it. My throat chakra I pulled a chakra, I'm telling you.
Need water?
Yes, I do, actually. It's fine, don't worry, I've got it. Nobody rushed to my aid. All right. But I want to tell you, Becky's got all kinds of stuff to say about this. She's back there grinning, shaking her head like this. Let me tell you, every summer, churches go through a little bit of a financial slump for the most part. This particular church actually does a really good job. We're good stewards of our money. We make good choices. We show up and support ourselves, all this kind of stuff. So a lot of churches are doing summer fundraisers all over town, all over the universe. Ours is going very successfully. We now have about $3,400, right? And so when you go out there, look at all those leaves up on the tree back there and put your name on one of them. I put my name on one this morning. I told y'all last week, I'm one of those state employees waiting for the first of the month to roll around to get that one big monthly check. So I put my name on one today. I hope that you will join me. This is giving above and beyond our tithes and offerings. We have to keep everything going over here while we make sure and build up that fund over there. So please consider that. Just a reminder that through the month of July, there are no classes, no lunch bunch on Wednesdays at 11:30, no Wednesday night classes. So take the month off, get ready to come back and join us for our classes in August. B?
Good morning. As we complete our focus on summer as a state of mind, we place our attention on the choices we make every day. Is this choice best for me physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually? This question leads us to the beauty of being a holy, that's with a W, holy whole, holy human, holistic being. So the affirmation, I am one with all creation. I am always creating reality. Say it with me. I am one with all creation. I am always creating reality. I am making choices in each and every moment. I begin to tune into this fact by aligning my higher self with the fact that this now moment brings choices. Applying this higher level of consciousness assists my life into not only looking better, but also into feeling better and better. I can choose to move into a higher level of consciousness at any moment of my day. When I take a reset breath, I allow my mind to release the clutches of old thinking. I give myself the opportunity to anchor a new awareness in my body. my mind and my spirit, moving into a place of atonement, at one-ment. I become more and more aware of my choices and my ability to stay in the flow of spirit. And from Proverbs 19:21, this is from the Message. I may brainstorm many options and plans, but becoming aware of my choices allows my purpose to prevail.
So let's do that reset breath, shall we? Breathing out. Let it go. And let's just take a moment to feel ourselves in this present moment. So you're sitting all the way back in your chair. If you're not, move your butt back. Put it right back in the back of the chair and let your back just settle. Just move it, let it float back so that you can feel it's supported. Like the beautiful metaphor of the universe supporting your back, because it does. The universe has got you. Feel your feet on the floor. Just for a second, pitter-patter. Pitter-patter your little feet on the floor. Okay. Feel your feet. And then just let your eyes gently close if you feel so inclined. And take a beautiful deep breath. In. As you breathe in, just feel the flow of life coming into your body, all the way down to the soles of your feet. And as you breathe out, just allow yourself to let go. Resistance, thoughts, what you had to get done this morning that you didn't get done, let it go. Where you have to be next, let it go. And take another deep breath in and feel yourself just centering into your chair. It's as if you're growing just a little bit heavier. You can feel your feet on the ground, your butt on the chair, your back supported. And just breathe in the idea of creation. What is creation? It's all things, it's everything, and it's you. It's each and every one of us. Breathing that thought, that concept, that idea into you. Creation is all things. Creation is who I am. It's who we are. And that means by breathing in, you're connecting to all light and all life on this planet. And as you breathe out and you release and let go resistance or struggle or pain or anything that comes through, you're releasing it for yourself and for the planet. Feeling the weight of your feet as it anchors on the ground, their feet just anchoring and rooting into Mother Earth, to Gaia herself. Feeling the support that she gives you as you breathe this, breathing it in and dropping into your center. And as you're breathing out, just letting go the chatter, the temptation to think about what's next, and be in the what's now. Feeling that connectedness all the way through to the earth itself, to the very center of the heart of Gaia herself. Because as a physical being, she is your home. She keeps you grounded. And as you breathe in, send that breath of life right into her. And as you breathe out, feel the energy and the love that is Gaia, always loving, always available, moving back up through you, through your body, and all the way out into the universe, into the infinite, the sacred light of spirit, of the divine. Breathing in now, this perfect conduit and channel of light and love and peace and creation. And breathing out, this perfect conduit of transformation and evolution and peace. You are a creator. You are one with all of creation. You are a creator. I am a creator. We are creating. Let that settle through every cell, every molecule. Gently breathing in and breathing out, feeling that breath of creation. And the beautiful divine energy flowing into you, down to the very heart of Gaia, rooting and grounding you, and flowing back up into the infinite universe. You are the conduit. You are the creator. You are the essence of the divine, grounded in the heart of Gaia. You are the author of your destiny. Breathing in and breathing out and remembering as you come a little more present into the room now. A little bit more present into your bodies, coming back into this present moment in time and letting the echo reverberate through you. I am one with all of creation. I am always creating reality.
I send my love over the mountains. I send my love over the seas. I send my love into the heavens, and it returns to me. I send my joy over the mountains. I send my joy over the seas. I send my joy into the heavens, and it returns to me. I send my peace over the mountains. I send my peace over the seas. I send my peace into the heavens, and it returns to me. I send my power over the mountains. I send my power over the seas. I send my power into the heavens, and it returns to me. I send my love over the mountains. I send my love over the seas. I send my love into the heavens, and it returns to me.
Let's take a breath. That was like, ooh, transcendent. It was lovely. Thank you for being here today, everybody. I feel so blessed and so privileged to be here with you. You know, if I could, I'd make make it all alright. I'd silence all the angry words and stop the fight. I know you don't understand. We might not agree, but tell me, could you take the hand of the likes of me? I have no weapon. I come in peace, and I'm with you down the dark and lonely streets. I hold no anger. I offer love. I come in peace. And I can feel the fear. Oh, it seems to be everywhere. But just because I don't take it on, that don't mean that I don't care. It's taken such a long time to be here where I stand. Oh, and I'd love to share every step if you just take my hand. I have no weapon. I come in peace, and I'm with you down the dark and lonely streets. I hold no anger. I offer love. Oh, I believe in love. Peace be. Peace be. Peace be. Peace be. I have no weapon. I come in peace, and I'm with you down the dark and lonely streets. I hold no anger. I offer love. I come in peace. Ooh, I come in peace. Peace be. Peace be. Thank you very much. Thank you. It's truly a pleasure and an honor to be here today, and I am touched by the trust in the faith. It means a lot to me, and I can make this work. See? Look at that. I wanted to, actually this all was very divinely guided, and I wanted to sing about peace because I do believe that we're at a time in our lives and on this planet where we're all trying to figure that part out and understand what peace is truly about and how do we get there from here. And I truly do believe, and I've been a stand for a long time, even when I was quiet and kind of hiding out for a bit, that peace is entirely possible in our lifetimes when enough people have peace in their hearts, when they have peace within themselves. We personify. What we are is what we live and what we experience. And so this is a very favorite topic of mine, the secret path to peace, the universal drive-through window. What if the universe were this amazing drive-through window? And it's always with us all the time. It's right there, and every time we speak, or we feel, or we express, or we yell, or we pray, or we do other things, it's listening. What if that were really the way that life worked? Just the what if. Because if it were, wouldn't that be an amazing and incredible gift for us all to actually receive? Because if the universe functions like one big drive-through window, well then, guess what happens? Number one principle, you always get what you order. That's pretty cool, right? Because when you get what you order, you can start to figure out, oh, okay, what do I truly want? What do I truly choose to have come into my life? Here's some things I've come to understand about this, which is quite fascinating. Just like you drive through a drive-through window, which I know nobody goes to the drive-through here, right? Not one person in this crowd. Of course not. None of us. No,
Starbucks.
never. Starbucks. Yeah, no, Starbucks drive-through. I was just up in Vancouver recently, and I was so infuriated. I was frustrated because I was like driving by the Starbucks going, where's the drive-through? Where's the drive-through? It's like, come on, get with the times. But we know when we place that order at the one first little box, the process, right? Place the order. And whatever you're going to order, right? Let's just say, like, what's the hamburger picture got to do with any of this, right? Doesn't this look good to any of you? So, you know, the reality is when we place this order, like fast food place, right? If you pull up and you ask this machine that has a person attached to it on the other side, I would like to have a triple with extra cheese and quintuple bacon and, you know, fry the whole sucker and give it to me, right? Okay? Ooh, well, is that person taking your order going to go, oh, I don't think you really want that. That would just not be good. Might I recommend a salad? Nope. Why? Because they're just like, that's your order, get it done. That's their whole job. That's your order, get it done. And when you drive around to the window to pick it up, you pretty much know, for the most part, most of the time, you're kind of going to pick up the bag and you're going to get it. And at that moment, they don't go, are you sure you want this? No, they just hand it to you, take the money, transaction done, you got what you ordered. But is a triple, double, whatever, deep fried, is that really good for you? Well, what if the universe functions in very much the same way? What if the chefs in God's kitchen, if you will, have no attachment to what you order? So what if, like, Mary Sue over here just got married and the universe is, like, not going, oh, no, she doesn't mean she wants a side of marriage with cheating. No. We don't say, no. That's what she's fixated on. If her biggest fear on the planet is that somebody's going to abandon her? Do they think the chefs in the kitchen up there go, oh, no, she doesn't mean that. We're not going to give her the abandonment. And my phone is signaling me. I'm trying to keep track of the time. Can you take this so it doesn't do that? Thank you. Because I cannot see that clock. Confession. I wear glasses for sight. I cannot see that clock, and I am too vain to be wearing my glasses up here right now. That's all I can say. I look pretty good in glasses, but anyway. No, the universe just gives you whatever you ask for without any judgment as to whether it's good for you or whether it's bad for you. Because the universe really doesn't function in that way. It's not a good, bad, right, wrong place, right? It just is what it is. And you're right, it is a place of yes. What you say yes to, the universe will always agree with you. So you will always, always get what you order, whether it's good for you or not. So if you don't like what it is that you're getting, guys, what is it that you're ordering? This is the level of consciousness. This is why when we did the meditation, it was very important to go, I am the creator. Because at the end of the day, you are the one who is creating the experience that you're having. Now, that said, I have to share something very interesting with you guys, and it only hit me last week. This day, today for me, pivotal day in a big, big way. To the day, this is when I had my car accident, the car accident last year. And I'm still healing from that. And I might be going, what did I do to order that? And it's been a really interesting discussion between me and the universe about what did I do to order that, and trusting in divine guidance and realizing that part of that was putting me on this stage this day to truly do what I believe has been my life purpose to do, which is to teach and entertain and inspire and be and deliver the message that moves through me, because I take zero credit for any of this. It's just moving through me. I'm a very cooperative vessel when it comes to spirit and light and love. So when we get these events that happen, like the car accident, did I order that? No, I did not order that. But here's the deal. There's so many other people and other elements that things are going to happen to you that are part of somebody else's reality crashing up against yours. And the only thing you can be in charge of at that moment, it's still your order, is your reaction, the way you take it on. The very first thing I did when I realized I was not dead, literally, was I called on the angels. Like, okay, angels. That was the very first thing I did. And I still didn't know if I was going to make it, but I knew if the angels were with me, everything was going to be okay. And when I really knew, because I was asking the universe for some type of sign, because who knew what was going on at that moment? And the universe sent me a sign in a paramedic that showed up, and for some reason, the other girl had been working with me. She was great. And this guy shows up, and really kind of handsome guy. So I was in my right mind, at least, like, wow, he's cute. But, we appreciate beautiful people, all right? But my next thing was, in the midst of all the panic and not knowing if there was internal this or whatever, I just asked him his name. I said, what's your name? And this man just looked at me and said, oh, they call me Dragon. In that moment, I knew I would survive, I would be okay. My back was hurt, my leg was hurt, I was kind of a mess, but I just knew, I said, I'm going to heal better than before. I'm not going to need surgery. I'm going to heal, and it may be a process, but it's going to be better than before. And that became my order. So I can't say that I ordered the car accident, but I can say that I ordered the healing. You must know what you want. And this is where most people fall apart. Because as much as we think we know what we want, what we are emotionally dedicated to is the story of the things we don't want and can't stand and just are scared are going to happen and just want to make sure that it's never going to go. It's like, oh, no. And that's not our fault. Isn't that nice? Not your fault. This is actually how we've been taught to be by the generations before us, who did not have anybody teach them this reality. Nobody was really talking about it. For the few that did, that's great, and that's awesome, and that's a blessing, and that's amazing. But for the most part, as a society, we do not do this. We don't know what we want. We just know we don't want pain. We don't want lack. We don't want illness. We don't want to break up. And we certainly don't want confrontation. We don't want bad things to happen. And by the fact that we are so emotionally connected to the possibility of those things, we are indirectly, and some cases very directly, asking for all of them to show up in our lives. Because there's something very true about all of us. We are here today. Our nervous systems are processing, right? Nervous system cannot not process. If your nervous system stops, your spiritual being is flying free. You are no longer here. We are in linear time. That is not necessarily the only way time moves, but it's the agreement. We move through linear time. Therefore, we are always moving towards something. A don't, a not, a no, while sometimes may be grammatically correct, for the most part, if you ask yourself, what's a don't, what's a not, what's a no, what is it? It's nothing, right? It's nothing. It's a big fat zero. So if your nervous system is always moving towards something, and I say don't, there's no way it can process that. So it says, okay, I will. Because the don't has to disappear from your sentence. So I don't want to fight. I don't want to fight. Oh, please, honey, I don't want to fight. I'm so tired of fighting. Please don't fight. We don't want to fight. We don't have to fight anymore. We don't have to fight. What does that guarantee? Fighting, exactly. Because your nervous system just goes, oh, please, honey, fight. Didn't fight. Didn't fight. Didn't fight. You guys ever seen the joke? I have dogs and cats and a turtle. I am a mummy of 5 four-legged species. And the labor was tough, I'll tell you. Okay, and they function in this place of just total acceptance and presence and being there. And being in a space of just allowing and knowing what they want, right? And I learned so many lessons from watching them and understanding that they are very clear. And when they don't get what they want, well, what do? Like, I was sharing with the group earlier. I travel a lot now taking care of my parents. I'm packing the bag that had my big camera and my guitar, which I have not been able to play because of my back, so they haven't been seeing me walking out of the door with that. They just see suitcases most of the time. And so they're all like, woohoo, happy day, and then they start seeing these things out the door, and what do you think they both did? They were both like, oh, don't go, Mom. And the interesting thing about it was I knew as soon as I left, like if I was a fly on the wall that came in, where would they be? They'd be in their favorite place, like suffering so badly because they're in the moment. And that's something that we actually need to learn how to do, is to be in this moment, because you will always get what you want. And so the don't fights and the don't argues and I don't want the IRS to audit me, please. The reality of it is like we have to decide what do we want. But here's the good news, guys. We can use what we don't want to identify what we do want. You follow? There's a very simple exercise that I do. Let's see what we got there. Yes, we'll get back there in just a second. There's a very simple exercise I do with my clients, and we take a blank sheet of paper and we draw a line down the middle, and we pick a part of our life that we want to work on. Please do not do the whole thing because you will be doing it for years. So just pick a little subcategory, niche it as much as you possibly can to make it simple on yourself, because we need the wins. We need the wins. The incompletions just don't feed our soul in the same way. We need the wins. And so what we do is we decide, okay, I am working on, communication and relationship. Okay, great. And we put want and don't want at the top of the page, and we start to go, what do I want? And what that typically will look like is, we have Mary working on it over here, and Mary will go, well, when I come home, I want my honey to be happy to see me, and I want the lights to be on, as opposed to I don't want to come home to darkness. It sucks when I come home to darkness, and then they look at me like I'm crazy because they're still working, and I don't like that, and they never seem to have time for me, and what just happened? They went to the dark side, right? They went to I don't like that. Well, here's the beautiful thing about this exercise. What you want, write it in the want column. And whatever else comes up, write it in the don't want column. Use it. What we have a tendency to do is self-edit and deny and suppress and go, oh, don't say that. Great. Well, that's good. You're just silencing your voice. Your voice is your power. When you silence your voice, you lose power. So let your voice guide you. Let your emotions guide you, because we are absolutely 100% dedicated to what we don't want. We know what that feels like. We have lots of emotion around it. Use it. Put it all down on your don't want page. And then ask yourself this question. When you're done, right? Ask yourself, along the don't want column, every one that you wrote down, if I didn't have this, what would I have? If I didn't have this, what would I have? Make sense? Does it seem like it's a possibility, something that we could actually do? Yes? Are we sure? I don't know. Pretty quiet. I like to hear yes? Yeah. No? Somebody think I'm crazy? I can hear that too. Yes? No? So here's what the number one challenge that people have with this. You must stop the blame game. And look how bad it's gotten, right? The cat is blaming the owner. The owner is blaming the cat. It is transcending. But here's the deal. When we blame, we lose all power. And the blame game is really easy. It's like, okay, well, now I know what I want, but I can't get it because that person won't let me, or they told me I couldn't, or something of that nature that makes us feel like, oh, okay, we're powerless now. We can't have anything to do with it. And that internal wiring that we have that does actually believe that maybe we're really not able or worthy or deserving, because those are secrets that everybody carries from their childhood. I've worked with hundreds and hundreds of people. It doesn't matter where they're from, whether English is their seventh language. Everybody seems to carry this idea that they are somehow just not quite worthy enough. There's something magical they've got to do before they can gain that status, right? Well, if we believe that, then blaming somebody else becomes like something that's like, whew, okay, well, that lets me off the hook. That allows me to literally step away from where I really, really want to be. There's an intense buzz going on. See, it's like truth. I am speaking truth. The buzz. And we silenced it, so there we go. The energies are working with us today. There are no mistakes. So when we stop the blame game, what it really does, it says, I am at the center of my universe. I am the creator. So I am the what? I am the what? Creator. That's right, I am the creator. Feel that right down to your soul. Feel that right down to the soles of your feet. Realize that no matter who you're interacting with or how you're interacting, you are creating that moment. You are contributing to that moment. And what you contribute, what you seek, what you find, they're all at your charge. And I'm not going to say control because I'm not a believer in control. I think everybody here should give up control. What do you think? Give it up! Because everybody I've ever known that has fought for control has been fighting to stay in control and not lose it. Give up control. Be in charge. Just be in charge. You can be in charge in a hurricane and you'll be okay. So stopping the blame game is recognizing that you are the creator of your reality. When you accept that you are creating reality, life literally does become limitless. That is your divine birthright. That is the birthright that is given to you from all source energy, from God, Goddess, source creation, as I tend to refer to it, flowing through you in the unlimited. Do you really think if we're connected to the divine that we would be limited by such mundane things? But as human beings, we have to deal with the mundane things, right? What if we could deal with them divinely? And all that really means is, I am at the center of my universe. I am the creator. Doesn't mean that people are always going to agree with you. Doesn't mean that people are always going to like you, because they're just not. They're going to be like, yeah, why are you so happy? A lot of people get irritated by that. You're always so happy. I've been called a Pollyanna many times in my life, and I think that's actually one of the more pleasant things that I've been called in my life, right? Pollyanna. Okay, I take that. Why not? Why not? Because if I am creating my reality, that means anything is possible for me. Now, does that mean that anything is going to happen overnight? Am I going to go to bed tonight and wake up tomorrow a rock star? Yes, of course I am. No. However, if we are very clear on what we want, and we are taking responsibility and realizing we are at the center of all of this creation, it is possible that if I take a little step every day, I could get to that place, right? It is possible if you take a little step every single day towards something, regardless of where you are in your life, regardless of what age you are, what your financial status is, it doesn't matter. The divine is unlimited, and you are part of that divine. Essence, energy, spirit, it's unlimited. Therefore, if you're willing to tap into it and just take the responsibility of being accountable to creation, you too are unlimited. This is where the sick get healed. When they realize there is no force greater than that, the divine energy that is readily available to us all. There's a caveat, though. You must believe, I don't know if you guys can see the little writing down there, but you must believe that you deserve and you are worthy. There is no way around that. So working with words like deserving and worthy, let the I am go. Just work with deserving and worthy. Okay? Because a lot of us has to work into that I am stuff. It's fabulous and it's amazing. Believe it or not, though, if we don't necessarily believe it, if we have things inside of us that feel confrontated by it. New word today. Yay! So, okay, but if you got some part of you that goes, oh, I don't know about that, then what ends up happening is we challenge and move ourselves into a negative position by going, I am deserving, I am worthy. Your nervous system is going, oh, no, you're not. Nope, that's scary, that's frightening, forget it. So rather than do that, let your nervous system just accept worthy and deserving. That is not challenging. And it is as powerful when you're claiming it as a creator. Right? Understood? Yes? Yes. The third principle, which is very, very important, you guys may have heard this. Who you are being speaks louder than anything that you are saying. And what this means is, if you know what you want, there's kind of a question that goes along with that, which is, if you knew what you want and you already had it, who would you be? Okay. Everybody getting that? Frequency, energy, zap! Yes! Thank you. We appreciate that message, and you can go quietly now. Quiet, 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 quiet. Magic. Who you are being speaks louder than anything you are saying. And the reality of who you are being speaking, I think I might know what this is. Hang on a sec. See? It's like, don't you silence me. All right, it might be that I have that turned up. Nope. Okay, who you are being speaks louder than anything you are saying. So that means if somebody walks up to you and goes, I love you. I love you. I really, really love you. Don't you understand that I love you? Yeah, okay. Your kind of love, I think it's called dysfunctional. Walk away from that, right? But who you're being is saying it all. What you're saying doesn't really matter in that moment. So we've got to understand that how we place our order is as significant to what we are actually saying when we are placing our order. And part of this is go back through that list, and now that you've defined everything you want from your don't want, now you've got this beautiful list of what you want, and congratulations, studies have shown that you're probably ahead of 97% of the rest of the population if you actually do this, because they do not know what they want. Some of that is the reason for the chaos and the fear and the anger and all that lovely stuff that's out there. So when you do this, you just ask yourself the next question. Go to the top of your want list and go, okay, If I already had this, who would I be? If I already had this, who would I be? And just create a character sketch like you're writing a story or a script or a poem, or you're just creating an idea of who you are. And it may be some of who you are already in spades. It truly may be. However, there may be things going on for you that you didn't even know. And you don't really have a point of reference, but you sure want to try them on. And if that's the case, borrow from the people that inspire you. Whether it's somebody alive, or whether it's a person from literature, or whether it's somebody from your favorite movie, it doesn't matter. Just try on the personality traits and see how they resonate. And become that person. Because when you become that person, you get to have everything that you could ever truly want in your life, literally. Now, when I say that, am I speaking about all the material goods that you could ever have on this planet? Or am I talking about peace? Because can you get to peace having all the material goods you would ever want on this planet? We know this to be true. We've seen many, many examples of how that doesn't necessarily work out, right? People who have lots and 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 lots of stuff, who are so unhappy. And so they're on their third marriage and their children won't talk to them, or they're passing away from some awful disease and they feel like a victim in their big house on the hill. So while having a beautiful big home, or having a beautiful big life, or having some fun toys, or if you want a $400,000 car and it's all relative to what you're creating, more power to you. However, if you drive a $400,000 car, I hope that you are serving the world to that level times 10. Because that's what's relative, is what you put out, and what you attract back is what's relative. What you learn from these things. What I learned from being unable to walk and kind of still figuring out my balance and so forth is that I have had to confront trust on every level possible. I had to trust people to take care of me. I have to trust that I know how to walk. I have to trust when I walk in a stream with my dogs, because we go to the lake all the time, that when I step into that water and I can't feel those rocks, that I'm not going to fall over. I have to trust that there is a divine point and purpose, and the only thing that I have any charge over is, who am I being inside of this? What would I choose? How would I choose to be? So for a second, guys, think about just one thing in your life that maybe is challenging you right now. Maybe it's just brought stuff up for you, and you're just like, I don't know how to feel about this. Okay, I don't really want to be, it's not my fault. Oops. Well, maybe it is. It's okay. We're not blaming. We don't blame you. Don't blame anybody else. Don't blame yourself. Just ask yourself what's really going on for you. And ask yourself, well, who would you prefer to be in that situation? Just take a second. Even talk about it here. Here we go. Talk to a friend about a challenge that you're having in your life. And just tell them one thing that you could choose to do differently. One thing that you would choose to be differently about. And here's the caveat. Whatever you speak, my invitation to you is, when you walk out of these doors, be that. Be that. Try that on. So who would you be different inside of a circumstance? Please talk, chat, visit. Okay, now if you've been doing all the talking, wrap it up, let the other person talk, and if you haven't had somebody to talk to yet, please turn and let's take just one more minute and share. Okay, y'all are having too much fun. Stop. Wrap it up, please. Wrap it up. Shh. Bring it back. Bring it back. Thank you all for sharing. I appreciate it. It means a lot when we declare who we are in a community and when we share and are willing to listen to one another. It means a lot. So being that person, whatever you came up with, definitely take that with you out these doors as well. Listen and be and speak and realize that you have a choice. And when you put yourself at the center of your creation, it is not a selfish thing to do. It is not a self-centered thing to do. It is not a bad, wicked thing to do that, oh my gosh, you're thinking only of yourself. It's like, well, if I don't think of me, how can I think of you? If I don't take care of me, how can I take care of you? If I don't take a moment and say, I'm valuable enough to take care of myself, how the heck can I value anybody else? So recognize, like selfish, I know, again, grammatically it's a word we use and it has a place, but sometimes if you're not selfish, you're selfless. And again, I understand the spiritual idea of selfless. However, for this teaching, why on earth would you want to be without yourself? Because if you're without yourself, there's a line in a country song, and I don't remember it, but you got to stand for something or you'll fall for anything. If you don't know yourself, you'll go down the garden path, and you won't necessarily like where you end up. But here's the good news, no matter where you are in any of that, you are the creator. You have a choice to go anywhere you want. And will it happen overnight? No. Could it take you another year, 2 years, 10 years? Yes. Do you think, oh my goodness, I may not have the capacity? Absolutely you do, because the minute that you make those choices, you begin to allow yourself to have the capacity. That's how you can grow younger every single day. That's one of my mantras. I had to develop it because my mother keeps going, don't grow old, don't grow old. I'm like, okay, if I don't grow old, what do I do? I grow younger every single day. That one works for me. It empowers me. Find the things that empower you, become that, because why? Read this with me. I am one with all of creation, and I am always creating. That's right, I am always creating reality. And here's what I believe to be true, even though that's kind of, you can kind of guess what that word is. Of, the dove, above, all of that works. Oh, that's even better. There we go. Is ace. Of is the answer. Ace the result. We learned something new today. I'm just teasing. All right, here's what I absolutely believe to be true, and this is where I come from in my life at this stage. Love is the answer. Peace the result. So how do we get to that place of peace? By acknowledging we are one with the divine, guys. It's there for us always and forever, and it is eternal. I am the creator, and therefore I choose love. It's the path to everything. I choose love. And I choose it so much, I'm going to sing about it. Okay? This is a la 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 song. There's lots of la las in it. And because of that, I hope you will all sing along, because you will find, oh, I just lost my earpiece. That's okay, though. I'm not singing into that. I think I will just let it be. Let it be. Let it be. Yeah, let it be. We can break into that, too. Why not? Let's just have a sing-along, a music fest, spontaneous. We're creating reality, right? Yeah, yeah, right. This song is called Love is the Word. Let me turn this up. There is a lonely man, lives on a lonely hill, and he walks alone most every day. He lives in a happy home, and he's happy with his life. And if you ask why, here's what he'd say. Too many people running round that just don't see. Life is a single word of true simplicity. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 love. Have you heard now? La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Love is the word. There is a little child, some say a little wild, but a little different from the start. She'll never be a beauty queen out on the social scene, but she's got magic in her heart. Too many people caught inside some silly rules, when one word can range a jagged rock to a polished jewel. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 love. Have you heard now? La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Love is the word. And what we choose today becomes our legacy. So what do we choose today, to be or not to be? Or have the faded edges built a wall too high? We're gonna tear it down, and here's the reason why. You've all been listening, you know how this goes now, right? Right? Okay, let's see if we can do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, and la 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 la. La 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 la. Have you heard now? La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Love's a word. Everybody now. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 love. Have you heard now? La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Love is the word. Love is the word.
La 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 la.
Love is.
La 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 la.
Love is. La 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 la. Love is the word. Love is the word.
La 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 la.
Love is.
La 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 la.
La 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 la. Love is the word. Peace. Thank you. Thank you so much. Go forth and create your reality.
Thank you, Deborah Bishop. Thank you. Let's give her another round of applause and thank her for holding down the fort here today. We are so grateful for your presence and your message. It's time now for our sacred walk of abundance. And of course, as you know, we're doing our novena, which is something that we do, I think, 9 times. I don't know what time we're on, but we're still in 9. So I'll tell you what, why don't you stand with me, if you would, please. And let's say this declaratively together before we do the sacred walk. As soon as we finish it, we will walk this way and put tithes, gifts, and offerings in the sacred bowl, and then get your affirmation there. I am now in the presence of pure being and immersed in the Holy Spirit of life, love, and wisdom. I acknowledge thy presence and power, O blessed Spirit. In thy divine wisdom, now erase my mortal limitations, and from thy pure substance of love, bring into manifestation my world according to thy perfect law. I invite the Holy Spirit to take charge of my journey of abundance and prosperity. I let go of all that has gone before and begin anew. I open myself to expressing a brand new magnificence. I open myself to the infinite possibilities that are mine to choose. I open myself to receive the prosperity that is my divine heritage. I invite the Holy Spirit to reveal the things that need to be revealed, heal the things that need to be healed. Fill me now with a mighty faith that empowers me and allows me to commit to be the force for good that I can be. In the name and through the power of all that is holy, we say, Amen and Amen.
Many voices, one spirit, a new day is dawning. Can you feel it? Different choices we make, different roads we may take. We are many voices, one spirit, singing my song until the whole world hears it. Songs of peace and grace, songs of hope and faith, finding our common ground. We'll let the light shine through. We are many voices, one spirit, singing my song until the whole world hears it. Songs of peace and grace, songs of hope and faith, songs of love for all the human race. One spirit.
And we open our hands and our hearts to bless these tithes and offerings, knowing that they flow through us. They don't come home to stay. They come to us and they go through us, and they bless the world just as they have blessed us. Let us say this together. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. Come on now. Woo-hoo! Yeah. Oh. People all over the world join hands, start a love train, a love train. Come on. People all over the world join hands, start a love train, a love train. And the next stop that we make, oh, it'll be Washington, yeah. And tell all the folks in Syria and North Korea too, amen. Yeah. Please get on the train at the station. You know why? 'Cause we gotta keep it riding, riding on through. Well, yeah, now people all over the world join hands, start a love train, a love train. People all over the world join hands, start a love train, a love train. And tell all of the brothers over in Africa, hey, and tell all the people in Syria and Iran too, amen. Oh, please don't miss the train at the station, 'cause if you do, I'll be sorry. I'll be sorry for you. Well, people all over the world join hands, start a love train, a love train. People all over the world join hands, start a love train, a love train. People all over the world join hands, start a love train, a love train. Let's go. People all over the world join hands, start a love train, a love train.